3, 6, over $9,000 worth of gold sitting right here in these 1 ounce gold eagles. That's a lot of money for just a couple of small coins. In fact, if we take a look at spot price right now, it is currently $3,049.65. That means that those coins right there are worth $9,150 just for the price of the gold. But what if I wanted to sell them to a coin shop and get that money? How much of that almost $10,000 would I actually get? Well, today we're going to call and find out. Hi, I saw that gold was over $3,000 and I was just wondering, do you guys actually pay that? I have some 1 ounce gold eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is that so? Do you pay like the price that it's showing for on the app or whatever, or is like what do you pay?
Right now, I'd buy gold eagles at $3,000.
3 a piece. Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, that was just one shop. We're going to call a lot more, but I will say that I do know I kind of led him with the question, and I don't know if that affected him saying, yes, we'll pay $3,000, or if he would have paid a little bit more had I just said, hey, what are you paying for eagles? I don't know. Now, you'll know I did not tell him that I had these in MS70 slabs, and let me tell you why. I don't think modern gold and modern silver, for that matter, unless it's a collectible piece or a rare piece, really needs to be slabbed at all. In fact, when I bought these at the time, gold was being sold to shops at such a high rate that the shops were selling slabbed 70s for the exact same price they were selling raws for. So at that point, I may as well just get them in the holder so they're nice and protected. But I'm not going to ask today if they'll pay more for slabs because in reality, most shops are not going to. So let's call some more shops and find out what they'll pay us for our almost $10,000 worth of gold. I just saw that gold's over $3,000. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys pay for gold? I have some of these 1 ounce gold eagle coins. What do you pay for those?
1 ounce gold eagles. $3,010.
Wow. Do you think it's going to keep going up?
It sure seems like it.
Huh. All right. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right. So he was definitely careful about the way he answered the, do you think it's going to keep going up? I think so. He didn't say yes or no, though. So I like that. But $3,010, a little bit more than the last shop. Still a little bit back a spot, about 1.33%. Or so, if I'm doing the math in my head correctly, about 1.3%. So not too bad, but hopefully we can do better. Maybe we'll find a shop willing to pay us full spot for our eagles. I don't know. Let's call and find out. Hi, I saw that gold is over $3,000. Is that right?
Yes, gold is. Yep. Gold is about $3,000. Yep.
Wow. Do you guys pay that? I have some of these 1 ounce gold eagle coins, they're called.
Okay. They're 1 ounce gold eagles. Are they in perfect condition?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, they look like they're brand new.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be at about 2,980. So just shy of 3,000.
Just shy of 3,000. Wow, that's crazy. Do you think it's going to keep going up?
I don't know. It's pretty high.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy. All right. Well, thank you. I'll think on that. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye. I don't know. It's pretty high. So he offered us back of 3,000. So he's about $70 back, which is around 2%, a little bit over 2%. So we're staying in that area. I mean, 3,010 to 2,980. You know, we're in that $30 range between the worst and the best. That's not really too bad. Seems pretty standard to me, but I want to find out if we can get any closer to full spot price for eagles, or will somebody offer us even less? I don't know. You guys are going to have to stick around and find out. All right, so I'm going to word the question just a little bit differently with this shop. Let's see how they respond. Hi, I just noticed that gold is almost $30.50 right now. I have some 1 ounce gold eagles to sell. Are you guys paying full spot?
Do you have a receipt for them?
A receipt for them? No.
Yeah, because anything we buy, I have to hold it for 1 week. So if you have a receipt, I can pay full spot. Without a receipt, I would be at 99% a spot.
Okay, and that's just because you need to, like, in case it goes down in that week that you have to hold it, you have to account for that, I'm assuming.
Exactly. Yeah, and you never know what'll happen. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, still 99%. That's what? That's still over 3,000, right?
Yeah, it's like $30 back or something.
Okay. All right.
Roughly.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the info.
Yeah, anytime.
Bye-bye. So that's the first time I've actually heard that from a shop, but I know what he's talking about. So there are some places where you actually have to hold your gold and silver for like a week. Some places are 2 weeks. And the reason is in case that gold comes up as stolen. Now, the reason he said he would buy it at full spot if you had a receipt is because if you have a receipt showing that you purchased it yourself, he can make a photocopy of that, and that proves that he isn't buying stolen property. And for that reason, he would no longer have to hold the gold for that 1 week period, and he'd be able to sell it immediately. If he has to buy the gold and then hold it for a week, gold could go down. So he's playing on that 1% to give him a little bit of a cushion in case that it does. So that is totally fair. For that shop, I'm going to say that we found a shop that would pay us full spot as long as you have your receipt. But we're not done. Let's call some more shops and find out what's up. Yeah, hey, I saw that gold's like $3,000 or something like that now. Do you guys actually pay that?
No, it just depends on what you have is the rate.
Okay.
Will depend on the rate.
I have some of these 1 ounce gold eagle coins. What do you pay for those?
So 96.5% of spot price.
96.5%. So whatever. So spot price is whatever it shows for on like that app. Like I think someone told me to download.
Yeah.
Okay.
It calculates roughly 100 back.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye. So he just flat out said no when I asked if they actually pay that price. And then, 3.5%, he said 100 back, but it's actually more like 105 back of spot or so, maybe 106.50 if I'm doing the math right. So definitely not the best shop that we've called. We have more shops to call though. I might actually make this the biggest coin shop call video I've ever done. I might try and hit with 10 coin shops today. That's only been 5. We'll do at least one more on the phone. I might also hit some 2-party consent states and see what they say as well. So thanks for sticking around with us, and let's get on to shop number 6. Hi, I just saw gold is over $3,000. Did you guys actually pay that?
That is the spot price, but what do you have to sell?
So I have these, I'm told they're called 1 ounce gold eagles. They have Lady Liberty on the front and some eagle and an eagle nest on the back of them.
Okay, yep, okay, so 1 ounce, I'm going to tell you what we pay. Spot is just for the general purpose of trading on the New York stock market, so if you had to trade an eagle right now for 1 ounce, if you had to come in right now, it's even at 3,038. Let me do a calculation quick. It's usually about $125 below spot.
Okay.
So it would roughly be around $2,900.
Okay, so
that's what I paid for today.
That's still pretty close, though. Like, that's.
Yeah. I mean, the spot price is just for the trading purposes, not for buying or for selling.
Okay.
So if you came in right now, it would be $2,900 for an eagle. So.
Okay. Do you think gold's going to keep going up? I can't believe it's so high.
Yeah, I mean, we would have never thought it would have been this high, but as of last January, 14 months ago, it was $1,900.
Wow.
So it all depends if you want to sell, if you need some money, or, I mean, it could go up, or it could stay stagnant for a year, or it could go down. That's the problem with metals, is you just never know. It's all supply and demand, so.
Okay. Well, thank you for the info. Oh, go ahead.
No problem.
So we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. See, gold is not actually traded on the New York Stock Exchange. It's traded on the COMEX. He said that the gold price is what it trades for on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, the COMEX stands for Commodities Exchange and is actually not part of the New York Stock Exchange, but is instead part of the New York Mercantile Exchange, which is totally different. So he may have been talking to me in layman's terms because I did make it sound like I didn't know much about gold, and he wanted it to be easier for me to understand. That being said, he did only offer us $2,900 for our 1 ounce gold eagles, where we had other shops offering us close to spot or with the receipt even spot, like the shops a couple of shops back. So we can definitely do better. Now, if you're wondering, if you're new to gold, if you're wondering why shops can pay full spot, it's because they actually sell these for more than spot price. So shops will buy these, for spot or less, and then sell them for over spot. Right now, if you were to go out to a shop and buy a 1 ounce gold eagle, you can expect to pay anywhere between 80 and 150, depending on where you go, over spot to get these. So paying 130 back and then selling it for 100 over, we're just going to assume that's about where he was. He's looking to make $250. It's still less than 10%. So it's not bad. And shops do have to make money, and they do have to cover, market move. So if he bought it from us and then it went down before he sold it, he has to think about that as well. So maybe he doesn't move a lot of gold. I don't know. My point is from me to you, if you're going to go out and sell your gold, you can do better than 2,900. That's the idea. So guys, we're going to call a few more shops, but we are going to do some two-party consent states like California, Illinois, Washington, and maybe Florida, and see what they say they would pay us for our 1 ounce gold eagles. Let's do it. So I went ahead and called 4 more coin shops for a total of 10 coin shops in this call. Now, these last 4 were in two-party consent states, so I can't record the calls and share them with you. However, I can tell you which state I called, and our first one was in the state of Florida. Now, in Florida, they offered me $2,950 or $100 back of spot, roughly. I just did the math myself. $2,950 is what they told me. Now, keep in mind, this is just one shop of many, so this isn't indicative for the entire state. This is just what that shop offered me. Now, our next shop was in the state of Washington. This shop offered me $3,020, which again, I calculated at around $30 back of spot. Our next shop was in Illinois. They offered us $3,000 for our gold eagles, which was around $50 back of spot. And then I called our last shop in the state of California. Now, he actually told me 2 things. He said $2,890, and you can hear him punching the calculator, and he said that's about 5% back of spot. So I think they had gold at around 30, 40, maybe a little bit different, but either way, $2,890 is the worst of all 10 of the shops that we called, although one of the shops that we did record was pretty darn close. All right, so now that we have the data for all 10 coin shops, we can take a look at the average, and as you can see, the average of all of our shops was $29.75, or roughly $75 back, or roughly 2.5% back of spot. So the price of our almost $10,000 worth of gold is actually $9,150. But if we were to average it out and then sell these at the average, we would only get $8,925, which is a difference of about $225 or $75 per coin. Given that shops do have to make a little bit of money, and that the market is kind of odd right now, and that spot price keeps going up and up and up, and it could drop anytime, that doesn't seem too bad to me. That being said, don't go to the shops that were offering like 2,800. Go to the shops that were offering almost spot or 99% if you were to sell your gold. And of course, don't ever forget that you can just sell it on your own and get even a little bit more, albeit that does come with a little bit more risk than just walking into a shop, getting the cash or the check, and walking out. So I hope that today's video helped you learn a little bit about what it would look like if you actually had to go and sell your gold. Although hopefully most of the people watching right now don't actually have to sell it at all. I know I am certainly not selling. In fact, I kind of want to buy more, although I'll be honest, at over $3,000, I am a little bit skittish. We'll have to see what happens. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time.